Homework has shown significant learning benefits for students of all ages, yet there is still some debate over its necessity. Studies have shown indications that the optimal amount of homework for high school students was about 1.5 to 2.5 hours per night. Some younger students may need less. Homework allows more practice time to learn concepts, identify any misunderstandings, and also allows for better use of limited class time provided. The best way to promote success in the classroom is through hard work in school and after hours at home. The most in-depth research on homework to date comes from an analysis by Duke University psychology professor Harris Cooper. Cooper, who found evidence of a positive correlation between homework and student achievement, meaning students who did homework performed better in school. The correlation was stronger for older students and slightly weaker for those who are younger. Cooper's analysis focused on how homework impacts academic achievement. Test scores, for example. His report noted that homework is also thought to improve study habits, attitudes toward school, self-discipline, inquisitiveness, and independent problem-solving skills. At the end of his analysis, Cooper recommended further study of such potential effects of homework. Think of the last time you learned a new concept, whether it was a new recipe, how to fix your car. The first time you did it, you probably weren't an expert. With more practice, you probably became better at it. That's the same way that homework works for learning. On any given day in a classroom, a teacher introduces a topic and explains it the best way that they can. One student may understand the concept after going over it just one time. Another student, however, in this very same classroom, may need to go over it a third or fourth time to fully understand it. If the results are clear about any link between homework and student learning, it is for students with learning disabilities. The additional time to practice skills under the supervision of a parent seems to be a successful method for meeting the learning needs of these students. Homework encourages students to continue to think about the material they are learning. A few hours per week in the classroom is simply not enough time to commit some of the topics to memory. There are several advantages to having students attempt problems at home before or after class. Assigning readings or other preparatory work before class allows for better use of the limited time in the classroom. Readings are easily able to be assigned prior to the start of class independently, which allows for in-class discussions or group work. If all of the reading needed to be done in class, face-to-face, there wouldn't be much time left for this important component of learning. When a student attempts to solve homework problems independently, they can very easily identify anything that they don't understand. When going over problems with a teacher or a classmate, a student may follow along and think that they are understanding the concept, when in reality they aren't. Taking the time to work through problems can show where the misunderstanding is. If a student cannot work through problems independently, they certainly won't be successful when exam time rolls around. Early identification of struggling with a concept allows the adequate time to get the needed assistance from a tutor, teacher, or classmate. Responsibility, time management are crucial life skills. By asking students to complete homework, they practice these skills from a very young age. A student is responsible for allowing enough time to complete their homework before it is due. This includes avoiding video games or social media, which are very common distractions in our generation. After the student completes their homework, they are also responsible for bringing it to school and submitting it. Late penalties or a failing grade are very possible if the assignment is not submitted on time or at all. When a student brings the learning from the classroom into the home, parents have an opportunity to participate in their child's learning. What parent doesn't want to know what their children do at school all day? When a parent takes that interest in a student's work, it's likely that the student will follow suit. This additional support to continue learning should absolutely have an effect on the student's success in school. Another added benefit of homework is preparation for adulthood. After graduation, it is extremely likely that the student will start some sort of career. If there is work that needs to get done at that job, and it can't be finished during the day at that 9 to 5 shift, the work does not just go away. Similar to school, sometimes things need to be brought home. A lot of times you must stay at work to complete that task. It is expected of you. If you don't know how to do part of your job, or if you don't understand a requirement, you will also be expected to take the time out of your schedule to learn that information on your own. Putting in work at home does not end with school. This is important to learn now so it can be applied later. Without homework, teachers and students lose out. While I completely understand that everyone has other things that they would like to do after school, such as jobs, clubs, sports, and other activities, but spending just a little more time on education pays off in the end. The purpose of attending school is to learn, and homework is so key to understanding that and reinforcing the learning. At the end of the day, it's up to the individual student to put forth their best effort to be successful in learning. Homework is an excellent way to help. Avoiding homework is just not the right answer here. To be successful, homework is required for learning. Thank you.